Hello, Tacoma. Welcome to CityLine. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Christy Gledhill, and I'm sitting in for Amanda Westbrook. Happy to. You know, I was on the treadmill at the gym this morning, and there's an array of TVs there, and they all are tuned to a different source of the news, none of it particularly good. And I just started thinking about this show, and I thought, you know what, I know what kind of good stuff is going on in Tacoma, and that is what this show is all about this morning. Good news, everybody. And I have 4 conversations lined up here this morning with people who are making it happen right here in Tacoma. We've got people from the Tacoma Refugee Choir, Relay for Life, Tacoma Community House, and I am joined on the big white couch right now by 3 people that this is an event that is close to my heart. They are here and want to talk about RAGS Wearable Art Sale and Gallery that is coming up March 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Yes. 4 days we're talking about here. 4 days. And I've got 3 people with me who are centrally involved with this event. Mandi Webster-Martin is the volunteer marketing coordinator for the RAGS Guild. Miriam Barnett is the executive director for the YWCA Pierce County. And Susan Zeiss is with us. She's an artist, and her work will be exhibited at RAGS and for sale at RAGS this weekend as well, or coming up here on March 8th. So let's just start and kind of come right into like exactly what is RAGS, Mandi?
RAGS is a wearable art sale and show. So we have over 70 artists that participate in some way. It's a combination of marketplace where they have lots of their goods for sale, and then the gallery where there are select pieces that are on display. And all of these people that participate share a portion of their proceeds with us, which we then gather together with our donations and give to the YWCA.
Mm-hmm. I love that equation. And when I was looking through the notes for this show, I mean, I've been involved with RAGS in the past, and it is surprising to me that this is the 24th year, for crying out loud, that the Guild has been around and that this has been benefiting the YWCA. So why don't we talk a little bit about what that has meant over the last 24 years for the YW?
Well, in total, we have raised, I think, over $1.6 million in those 23 years of events. We're coming up on our 24th, and it's just an incredible opportunity to be able to share this with the Y. And Miriam can speak more about where the money actually goes and how it exactly benefits the Y, but it's been a great relationship this whole time.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. Miriam, so this event that you know, so yes, you're the executive director of the YWCA Pierce County, but I know also that you are at the event, the RAGS event, the whole entire weekend.
All weekend.
Giving people cookies. The volunteers and the artists get cookies and snacks from Miriam all weekend because you keep us up. And it's just such a good energy, good vibe event. So fun for you and a lot of your staff is there.
Absolutely.
But then what are the other benefits that RAGS provides for the YW?
So I would say the most amazing benefit is that the funds that are raised are unrestricted. So they can be used for all of our comprehensive services. We have our 90-day shelter, but we also have a lot of other programs to help families heal. And RAGS is just a huge benefit to our budget. And without it, I don't know what we'd do, to be honest.
Well, let's talk a little bit more too. I'm going to take a chance to really talk about exactly what the YW does. So domestic violence intervention and prevention programs generally, but that involves a lot of things that may be surprising to people about the kinds of services that you offer to people, families, women and men and children in our community.
Yes.
So let's take a couple minutes to talk about exactly what kinds of programs we're talking about here.
Great. So I think what is most important for people to know is that we are very comprehensive in our approach. So a victim comes to us to become a survivor and then a thriver, and they might start in our shelter, but they have access to our free legal services, which is so important because with domestic violence being about power and control, the abuser is probably going to still be controlling all the funds, and they would have nothing. And the legal system is very complicated, especially if English isn't your first language. So our legal program is primarily where we serve over 1,000 clients every single year. Then we have our therapeutic children's program, and to me that program is so important because it's where we're going to break the cycle. Kids are going to repeat what they know unless they're shown a different way of being in the world. And so we have that program, and then we have support groups. So, and that's where clients can learn how it's not their fault, the abuse wasn't their fault, they can learn about what a healthy relationship looks like, so they also don't repeat the pattern. And then we have some housing as well. So it's very comprehensive and designed that way because when you flee with nothing, you need it all. And you might not have the resources or even the knowledge on how to navigate through all that. So it's all centrally located at the YWCA.
Yeah, that word comprehensive is one that really sticks with me when I think about what you do. And I think that part of that approach, that very common sense approach to really supporting the whole family and the whole person that comes to you, is what really sells a lot of people on your mission. And I feel like over the years, people have they've taken that to heart, and they've come out in droves for things like RAGS.
Yes.
And a lot of the other things that you do too, but RAGS is really a bright and shiny example. And speaking of bright and shiny examples, that really wasn't a planned segue.
First of all,
We happen to have a jewelry artist with us today, and
Yes,
she
we
has
do.
some of her bright and shiny jewelry with her. Susan Zeiss is an artist who has been at RAGS in the past for many years. How many years is it?
Well, off and on for, gosh, I don't even know. 10, 11.
Well, you are a familiar face there. Let's just say it that way. We don't have to put years to it. Let's stop doing that. So you've been there, and you've got your work in the gallery.
In the gallery, yes, bracelets.
I don't know if we can you tell us a little bit about what your very original, interesting metal work that you do? Or let me not put words to
This
it.
metal is niobium. It's a space-age metal, loved by the industry because it's lightweight and durable and conductive. And I love it for the color.
Right.
So this metal can be anodized, and it's not a property, it is a property of the metal that can be treated, but it's not a paint or dye that's applied to it. It's actually part of the metal, so it's very durable, lightweight, strong.
Yeah.
Works quite differently from silver and gold, so I've been getting acquainted with it for a few years.
It looks beautiful on camera there, but really you've got to see it up close and see all of the really iridescence that is just right in the metal. I've always been fascinated by that. So that's beautiful. You probably have your art in a lot of different places, galleries and shows and things all over the place.
Basically
Why
galleries.
choose RAGS? Why RAGS?
Actually, RAGS is the only show I do. I support their cause, and it's a high-quality show, extremely well organized. The volunteers really help the artists, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I do RAGS.
I agree that it's a lot of fun, and I also know that it's a lot of work, Mandy, huh?
it is, but
What does it take to put on this?
It takes a lot of volunteers. It's our guild. We are all volunteers. It takes all of these artists, the 70 plus artists that agree to share a portion of their sales with us. It's the volunteers who greet and help run the sales desk and help us clean up afterwards. Setting up and cleaning up is a huge deal. And the corporate sponsors that we have that help us offset the costs of putting on this event, we couldn't do it without them. That's why our theme this year is Many Hands Make This Work, because we couldn't do it without all of them.
Oh, I love that. I think they haven't had themes in the past, but I really like that, just acknowledging that it is the RAGS Guild, but the volunteers also, the staff at the YWCA, the artists, presumably the artist assistants,
Yes.
and then the community to come and show up for the event. So,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I really love about that. And then you're at the Larson's Mercedes-Benz dealership in Fife, and that really is kind of a spectacular site for you to be
It's
at,
beautiful.
too.
We've had a long-term relationship with them. They've very generously let us host our event there every year, and they move the cars so that people can park and shop, and they've just been wonderfully accommodating. We could not do it without them.
Yeah, and they're not in it for the business of selling cars to the people who come, but that has happened in the past.
That does happen every year. They sell at least a couple Mercedes over the course of the weekend.
So I've got you all sitting here on the couch looking resplendent in your RAGS, various RAGS paraphernalia,
Yes.
wearable art. We've already spoken about Susan Zeiss's beautiful jewelry. Then you've got some of that on. Mandy's got a bracelet on.
I do have a Susan
You
Zeiss
all,
cuff.
Miriam, what you want to talk about some of the things that you have on today from RAGS and maybe some of your favorite artists?
Yeah, so favorite artists are basically all of them, which is why I like to bake cookies and nurture them, because I appreciate them so much. But there are a few that I collect, and one is Saucy Jewelry. And the reason I think I'm so attracted to her work is she has quotes on everything she makes, if it's a necklace or bracelets. So I have 3 bracelets on. I own more than 3, I will admit, but I'm wearing 3 today. And they say things like, my first one I bought says, she believed she could, so she did. And that just gets me through some moments when I have doubts. And then there's one that says remember your strength, and there's one that is new from last year, the new series, the feminist series, and it says rise up and roar. So yeah, 3 beautiful bracelets. And then I also have quite a number of Brie Grable's beautiful jackets. They're so comfortable, they're cotton. They have designs like crows, which I love. And actually the back of this is more beautiful than the front. So just trust me, come and see for yourself.
Okay. All right, Mandi, I think you have a prop here.
I do. I'm much more of an accessory person, but I have earrings from Darcy Thompson. She makes jewelry out of broken china. So I'm on the hunt for a necklace that goes with it this year. And then I have a Lori Urbis bag, which these are so durable and beautiful. I got it a few years ago, and it's upholstery fabric and ballistic nylon. So I love this bag. It goes with me everywhere.
Yeah, I have
Both of them will be at the show this year.
Great, good to know. I have one of those too. Let's talk about who will be there. Let's talk about the percentage maybe of there's clothing, there's jewelry, there's accessories. There are some of our old favorites who are going to be at the show, and then probably some new artists too.
There are. We always try and get new artists in. Every year, everyone who applies to RAGS, they go through a juring process, whether it's the gallery or the marketplace. And we bring in new jurors every time, keep it as unbiased as possible. But we have a lot of returning artists just because they're so great and everyone loves them. So, and there's a mix between the gallery and the marketplace. Some are doing both. So it's a great opportunity to see a wide range of garments and accessories and jewelry.
Yeah, and you said 70 artists, so there's a lot to see.
There's a lot, and for lots of different people and different price points. It's very affordable, and I think it appeals to a wide range of people, men and women. It's a great chance to come shop for gifts for other people as well.
Yes, and men can buy gift certificates and give them to their favorite women. By the way, just drop that little hint right now. Okay, we just have a few minutes left here. Let's talk about who you need to thank. You mentioned Larson's Mercedes-Benz. Who else is in the pool?
We've had long-term support from the Franciscan Foundation, Concrete Technologies, the Titus Will Families Foundation. The News Tribune has been a great help with us this year, promoting our show. And then just the staff at the Y, they help us with all of our design work on our website where you can buy your gala tickets. Those are still on sale Thursday nights. And then the sale opens up to the public Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But get those gala tickets in. It's a great chance to celebrate the artists and to get kind of first crack at everything that's available at RAGS.
How long can I wait for a gala ticket? I mean, I have mine. Actually, I have one. But how long can a person wait to buy their gala?
I believe we are still taking sales through to either the 4th or the 5th.
Okay.
If you really want to, we'll come. Right. We'll make it happen.
Okay. I bet you would. Well, it's such a fun event. The gala and then also the show. Tickets are required for the gala. The show itself is open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, open to the public.
It is.
Just come and shop to your heart's content.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank all 3 of you. It's such a joy to have you here.
Thank you
I love this event. As you know, this is a soft spot in my heart for me. And Susan, thank you for coming and sharing some of your art with us. I will be there next weekend. Thank you for being here on the show today.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you. I told you this was going to be good news today. I've got a lot more of it. Stay tuned, please.